What a big day it is for Hip Hop International. We are here in Cape Town, South Africa at the awards evening where dancers will be receiving their SA Protea colors for the first time, and they will be representing South Africa at Hip Hop International in Vegas. I am your host and you are watching A Walk with Mel.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I just want to say to all our dignitaries from Dance Sport SA, welcome. To those from the independent newspapers and arts and culture, families and friends, athletes and dancers, welcome and thank you very much for attending the first presentation for Dance Sport SA for hip hop. Can I have a round of applause? Thank you. I just want to take us a bit back, just to lay the foundation for this evening, so that everybody can understand where we come from. Dance sport, our journey started 3 years ago, but hip hop dance South Africa is actually our 10th anniversary this year in being South Africa and hosting the competition every year nationally. We started out in 2006 with only one crew that we took over to the United States, where they competed in the B-boy section, and we had to grow those events eventually when we came back. It was a struggle, but eventually we got to the point where we are today. It's a dream of mine standing here to be able to do this with dance sport, to be able to give our athletes the opportunity and the privilege to wear our Protea colors, going to compete against 50 other countries and 4,000 dancers in the United States next month. So can I have a round of applause? So the time and effort that they have to put in is what makes this occasion very special for me, because they've been working 4 to 5 hours every day through the school holidays. And I've been in contact with Rudy. I don't see him here yet. The choreographer and coach, to see how they progressed. I believe they were tired and going through emotional times, but that's part of the process, to be the best of the best. And that is what we're trying to achieve with all our dancers, to bring that to the next level, to give the opportunity to every other dancer out there. So I asked them the question, if you guys go over and compete that side, you need to bring back something that you can teach someone else, some other dancers. Give them the experience, because that is what we expect from them, to come back and give back to the community, give back to the other dancers that are here, because those that did not have the opportunity also need to learn. We've also started on a campaign to basically do development within the different regions. So we started called the Development Hub for Hip Hop Dance. So we have 7 different provinces at the moment with representatives going out there to actually go and knock on dance studio doors, to be able to provide them with a hip-hop platform that the level that we require to take these dancers overseas. So that is what the commitment that we have done thus far for this year already. We've grown from March to April and May by 2,500 new members since we've started with dance sport and offered this opportunity to them. So that's a huge improvement from where we come from. And at the moment, we are still getting those memberships. We're collecting through 3,000, 4,000 emails a day to get these correspondence going. Anyway, to get these dancers on board, to be able to give them the platform that we have provided for them. But never, it's not about me. I think I said enough. They said I talked too much. So I'm going to give it over to the person that made this happen for Dance Sport South Africa, Hip Hop. Her name is Lily Ford. She's the National Secretary for Dance Sport South Africa. She is here today to present the colours to the athletes, and I would like to welcome her. Welcome.
Good evening, invited guests, members of the media. We also have the National Treasurer, Mr. Kennedy Ford. We have the Provincial Chief, Mr. Ronnie Nagel, and his wife, Cheryl. Please welcome the mayor. This 3 years was hectic. In 2013, I was asked by Vance, they wanted to meet the provincial organization. We went, we met, we forgot about each other, and then we had our national conference in 2014, and we invited Hip Hop Dance South Africa to be part of our national conference. Mr. Fairchild Lee made a presentation. And it was my duty to make sure that the organization Hip Hop Dance South Africa conform and bring their constitution and rulebook in line with Dance Sport South Africa, which used to be known as the Dansa. So where we are now, it was extremely hard work. Dance Sport South Africa is the custodian of all dance forms in South Africa. We started off, our first associate member is SALDA, South African Line Dancing Association. Then our second one is the University Sports South Africa, USA. Then we have Hip Hop Dance South Africa. We have belly dancing, and the last one is pole dancing. Haven't been to that competition yet. And I must say the adjudicators are very keen, especially the men from Dance Sport South Africa, to adjudicate there. I want to say to the athletes that will be receiving their colours, you need to remember, first of all, you had to qualify. So I suppose lots of hours went into it. And of course, the parents' money also went into it. Ask me, I know about that. And unfortunately, we don't get sponsors the way we would love to have it. But you have worked hard. You have earned your colours. But remember, when you get onto that aeroplane on your way to Vegas, then you are an ambassador for this country. You need to fall in line. Don't even use banned substances. Because if WADA should pitch there in Las Vegas and they test you, you will be immediately banned for 2 years. So go sleep when you have to sleep. Don't party throughout the night. And then you need something to just get your energy back. Then also SASFA, our Olympic Committee body, they very much into medals. I've listened to Vance, and I think the preparations were done. You put lots and lots of hours into it, and I hope it's going to pay off. So on behalf of Dance Sport South Africa, you know, this Vance, the fox, sometimes I just want to choke him. He thinks I must be available to him 24/7. But it's also because of him. Hey, if you don't send the emails, it's an SMS or he phones me, put such a lot of pressure on me. And because of that pressure, you are lucky to have your colors tonight, because many dance sport, ballroom and Latin athletes, they first go overseas and then they come back to get their colors. So you are very fortunate, and I think he needs a round of applause. I want to encourage, you must remember in South Africa there are about 60 hip-hop organizations. We have different organizations, and to have Hip-Hop Dance South Africa as an associate member of the National Federation and getting colors, this is history. This is history. And those for standing outside, they will have to join Hip-Hop Dance South Africa in order to get official recognition. So to the parents, congratulations. To the coach, thank you, and the managers, thank you for preparing our athletes to go there. To the athletes, just do your best. And may God be with you and give you traveling mercies. Thank you.
Let's go. Guys, I'm chilling with the champs in the building. I also have like almost SA color jacket on, almost. So I want to know how you guys are feeling about being the first people to wear Protea South African colors for the hip hop culture.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Scream
really.
it out, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so please tell me, I mean, you're doing solos, right? How are you feeling about that, going to Vegas?
I'm quite anxious, quite nervous, but I'm prepared. I feel I'm ready. I'm excited.
And you guys as a crew, how you feel? I mean, I've heard throughout this session that you guys have been training very hard. Are you excited? How are you feeling? I mean, you're carrying obviously the rest of the world on your shoulders. How are you feeling?
It's going to be a big experience.
Yeah.
So all in all, we
Mixed emotions.
very excited.
Very anxious. Do you think you guys can actually win this?
With the work that we're putting in now. I
Yeah,
think so.
we've
I
got
love
the
it.
potential to do it.
Awesome stuff, love it. We want to wish you guys all of the best and we'll kill it, man, like SA would.
Thank you.
Ja nee mense, dit is die coach, die studio owner van die crew wat nou oorgaan na Vegas. So baie geluk aan julle span. Sê my gou, hoe voel dit vir jou as die studio owner? Ek bedoel, as jy nou 10 jaar terug moet kyk, het jy ooit gedink dat dit moontlik sal wees vir julle om
Glad nie. Dit is vir ons absolute droom wat waar word. Ons is ongelooflik trots op die kinders. Hulle verdien dit uit en uit. Hulle het baie hard gewerk hiervoor. So ons is ons kan nie meer trots wees nie, veral omdat ons die eerste studio is. Ja, ons sal vir altyd terugkyk hierna en weet ons was die eerste groep. So ons is baie trots.
Ja nee, julle maak history. Sê gou vir my vinnig, as daar mense is wat graag wil die studio join, wat kan hulle doen?
Hulle kan my kontak ons het 'n Facebook bladsy, Dance United School of Dance SA. En hulle kan welkom daar. Al die kontakdetails is daar op en is welkom my kontak.
Ons het enige advies vir die jong mense wat dalk kyk hierdie program?
Hulle kan gerus begin dans. Dit vat stres weg. Dit is regtig 'n stresrelief. Dit hou hulle besig.
Awesome.
En boonal, hulle het nou rede daarvoor
Exactly.
om iets te wil verwerf.
Exactly.
En dit is absoluut 'n groot rede om te begin dans.
Awesome.
En ja, ons by Dance United, ons wag vir julle. Julle
Awesome
kan
stuff.
kom.
Baie dankie, ons wens julle die beste toe, hoor.
Baie dankie vir die tyd. Dankie.
People, we've got more people here for you. We've got Mr. Jacques from Paul Boys High in the building, and we want to welcome you and thank you so much for joining us. Tell me, I mean, how does it feel to know that it's your students that will be representing South Africa officially with the Protea colors in Vegas?
It's so excited. I mean, this is the first time this actually ever happened to us. And we've got 2 boys in the team. We're really excited and we can't be more proud of them. They've been training hard. I mean, they're during the school holidays, up to 5 hours a day, no breaks whatsoever. So they just
And it's still schoolwork,
schoolwork and it's been exams
Yeah.
and your normal sport and academics as well. So, and I'm really extremely proud of both of them, and I wish them all the luck for just going abroad and just representing South Africa,
Lovely.
our school, and the whole nation
Malaysia.
reaching behind them. Yes.
for sure. Any advice to young kids maybe that's watching out there?
Well, I'll just say, go live your dreams, go for everything,
Lovely.
and just go full out.
Lovely,
I mean,
full
just
out.
full out.
Alles of niks.
Precisely.
Lovely stuff.
Precisely.
We want to thank you for joining us and wish you all of the best, man. Yes, people, we've got Dance Sport South Africa in the building. This is a major event that we are attending tonight. So we want to thank you for joining us. And I mean, it's beautiful having your presence here with us. So please tell us, you can't obviously tell us the process, but it's never easy just to get your SA colours. Like people think it's just an overnight process, you just apply. But when I heard the speeches tonight, it doesn't sound like it's easy to get any sponsorships. So would you please just give us a bit of information there on that?
Yeah, surely colours don't come cheap.
Yeah.
Dance Sport South Africa, we used to be known as FEDANSA,
Okay.
or the controlling body of dance sport in South Africa.
Okay.
And SASCOC wants us to have all other forms of dance
Okay.
become an associate member.
Okay.
So in 2013, Hip Hop Dance South Africa, they applied. They
Sure.
first applied at district level, and
Yeah.
then it went to provincial level, and
It's a process.
eventually, yes, it's a long process. And then eventually in 2014, they were given the opportunity to do a presentation at our National Congress,
Sure.
and they were accepted.
Wow.
But they had to go back and look at their constitution. And
It has to match.
It has to match.
I get
And they had to go back, do some homework, and bring it in line with Dance Sport South Africa's constitution and a rule book. So they did all that. They worked extremely hard, and when the federation was assured that the correct procedures are in place, he said, no, it's fine, 3 years, so they deserve to
Yeah, I
get
mean,
colours.
after 3 years, that's like consistency is key, eh?
It is key, and I must applaud Mr. Vance de Kock.
For the effort, yeah.
He just sent emails.
And I mean, it's not even for
and-
himself, but it's for the community.
Yes, and I mean, he's not even, he never danced. He never danced.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
but he worked extremely hard.
Lovely.
And I'm very proud if I look at them tonight and see them blossoming in the
Oh,
green and
man.
gold. It's, I mean, it's not, you can't just give colours away. You
No.
need to earn it.
Exactly.
And as I said to the athletes, they are our ambassadors
Sure, yes.
overseas, and then also they must remember SASCOC wants more medals.
Oh, baie
So they-
belangrik.
Yes, Mr. Gideon Sam say ons soek
Also
medals.
medals, baie
yeah.
belangrik. You must represent.
Yes, and bring something back.
Awesome stuff. I was going to ask you for advice, but you just gave them proper advice there. Bring something back. So thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you guys all of the best.
Thank you very much.
Lovely stuff.
Okay.
Thank you. So people, we're chilling with the main man, the one and only Vance that makes you dance. He's in the building. So I mean, I listened to the speeches and chatting to Dance Sport SA. They said it took you 3 years to actually make this happen. Uncle Vance, it's so beautiful. Honestly, like seeing that you made all this effort for these children. Like, what kept you motivated? Want vir 3 jaar, ek weet of ek dit sal kan doen.
Well, I think the motivation was a dream of mine. I think at the end of the day, when I got involved with Hip Hop Dance South Africa, it was a journey that I saw needed to also have rewards for the kids, because at the end of the day, the dancers took the platform and they also needed to have that emotion where they're actually representing the country. We kept on saying and going overseas that the dancers are representing the country, but they never actually presented at official colors or at official recognition.
Yeah.
And the 3 years was a terrible 3 years of red tape and frustrations and knocking on different doors and trying to understand what is required for us to actually be able to get this process going. But I think this day is actually a milestone, just not
Sure.
in my life or my career or with dance sport, but I think it's for the hip hop industry itself.
Lovely.
Because to be able to give Protea colors for hip hop, we never thought it would happen.
Yeah.
But to the public out there and to our dancers, we made it happen.
Sure.
It's the first process, so therefore I am humbled by this opportunity
Sure.
to actually sit back and with a tear in my eye actually say, you know what, we actually achieved what we spoke about 3 years ago.
Ja, ek kan sien dit hier. Ek sien
Ja.
dit hier. Ek het dit ook hierso.
It's-
Ek sien. Dis my
It's
ad.
emotion for me
Yeah.
because I know what the process was to get to
Yeah.
the stage.
It's not easy.
It wasn't easy. People said no at many doors.
Sure.
And as Lily also said from Dance Sport, it took us a long time to actually get to this point in the sense of actually proving to Dance Sport and to complying to all the rules and regulations of SASCOC, getting our constitution correct. We tried to get the affiliation going to understand where we're going, to also provide all the provinces with the opportunity and not just the
Yes.
big. And that was the
It's
big
very
drive.
major.
And,
Very, very major.
And what the next step is obviously to try to get funding for the kids, because currently parents and families and is still paying for the kids to go represent.
Yeah, I mean, if there's people watching even, I mean,
100%.
sponsors, what is it that you guys need?
We need their input, we need their help to actually grow the industry, and that is the reason why we're where we're at this stage, because our partners that we do have, they do provide assistance, but the assistance is not enough. So therefore, we still have a long road ahead. So this is only the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, we want to see the legacy grow, so that one day that I'm no longer here, that this legacy will still remain.
It's only the beginning, yeah.
It's
You're
only
right.
the beginning, and the road is still long.
Awesome stuff. I'm excited though. It's so cool. Tell me, and then Dance to Vegas, the next one is happening in December. Can you just please
Yes,
with the people that want to come or join?
Yes, we're very excited. The provincials are happening and starting actually in September, the 11th and the 12th of September in Johannesburg.
Lovely.
So if the dancers in Johannesburg haven't registered, get onto Facebook, get onto the website www.hiphopdance South Africa.
Lovely.
And register to become a member. Then you will qualify to be able to represent your province. Cape Town is happening in December. That will be the 2nd and 3rd of December, happening in Camps Bay. And we're looking forward to that. And everybody's welcome. Come join us.
Lovely stuff. We want to thank you for joining us and for making this happen, man. Well done.
Thank you, Mal, for having us. And thank
Lovely.
you very much for everything.
Awesome stuff, eh? Okay, people, this is the official coach. I mean, I've also done some cool classes with this guy, and I mean, he made me win, and I'm sure that his team's gonna win. So well done to your team. So please tell us, I mean, going into training, what was it like to train these guys? I mean, you obviously also feel pressure.
Yeah, the pressure has been real. It's been really tough and difficult. Lots of hours of training, lots of preparations and rethinking, and it's just been a lot of
And I mean,
work.
you guys also won in Croatia a year ago, if I have it correct, a year or two ago.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it's possible for you guys to win in Vegas as well?
I don't take that out ever. When we originally was starting to choreograph, playing with ideas, I said to the crew, like, look, let's just do our best. I don't think that we'll win it. And I went home the night and I thought, what an idiot, why would I say that? And I thought to myself, like, why am I preparing even if I'm going with a mentality of not winning? The world is your stage. And I just thought, let's go for the win. Like, if you're not preparing for the win, then what are you preparing
Exactly. We want to wish you guys all of the best. And then any advice to the young people watching?
Yes, just keep training and enjoy your dancing. Don't ever not enjoy it, otherwise you're not doing anything. You have to enjoy it and love what you do. It's the only way to go forward and to grow.
Thank you, Pharrell. I just want to thank you for this interview. I feel very, very honored. That's it from us here on A Walk with Mel, chatting with Rudy Ward in the building. Hello, Mel.